I just went ahead and placed my Instagram ad. Let's see what happens. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Small Business Daily, where we discuss everything small business. Always pat yourself on the back for either having a small business or for thinking about starting your first small business. Well, let's first break down what actually happens when you go ahead and do an Instagram ad, or what they also consider a boost. The first thing Instagram is going to ask you is to select a goal, of which there are 3: profile visits, website visits, or just basically that you want to have a conversation with someone who might be interested in your product or service. Then Instagram is going to basically say, okay, now let's go ahead and target. This is where the problem starts. For small business, it basically breaks it down into a couple different areas. Then break it down demographically to cities near you. You could do automatic, you could do people who are interested in shopping, or basically you can go ahead and create your own. So basically you can just go ahead and create your own. For purpose of this video, we're going to go into basically 2 areas, which is going to be the create your own and also as shoppers, because most of us as small business want someone to shop our website or shop our service. So when you go ahead and decide you want to do a create your own, it's going to break it down to say what is the gender you're interested in, what is the audience that you're interested in. It's going to ask you what interests and also what locations. And for the purpose of this, we're going to focus primarily on moving over to the interest, because I feel that's where it starts to really break down into not really working for most small businesses. So for this video, we're just going to put down that we're looking for someone who has an interest in shoes. And as you can see, when you put an interest in shoes, it really brings up such a wide range of interests. And we know shoes can pretty much cover anything from sneakers to sandals to heels, what size you want on the heels, so people who may be looking for particular colors, sustainability. I mean, there's a lot of factors that play into a demographic of, not a demographic, but play into the specific interest that you're looking for. Okay, so you said, okay, so we tried shoes. Let's try to narrow it down. Let's do heels and see what comes up for heels. Okay, and as you can see, when we do heels, it gives you anything from a sports team to someone who may be pregnant in heels, to someone who may have Tar Heels. It even brings in a movie. Okay, so now you say, well, maybe really what I should be looking at is shoppers. That's really more of my category. So let's move over to some slides on that. You can see in this slide, I chose shoppers. Now, when you choose shoppers, it's going to give you an automated list of categories that it thinks the shoppers should want to go. Shoppers who shop in that particular category would be interested in shopping your product or your service. So Instagram does a suggestion. Now you can actually go in there and go ahead and edit it. I kind of blocked it off on mine only because we're talking more in a generic and not in a specifically geared towards my business that's on Instagram. But when you can look at it, it will basically, again, give you a targeted group that is just so wide range. But let's go in and try to edit and see what happens. I want you to notice that when you do choose the shoppers too as well, it will show you the amount of people that will view or they expect to be able to see your ad. But again, it's very misleading on that, and I'm going to go ahead and show you why. So basically this whole time in the video, we've been focusing on, again, shoes. So now we're going to go ahead, we're looking for shoppers who are interested in shopping for shoes. And you put that interest down on the edit because you're trying to really niche it more to what your product or your service is. And this one, we're using an example of shoes. And as you can see, it brings up such a wide range of products underneath that category. And that, again, is really the entire issue with Instagram. So imagine that, your target audience of people that you know are going to shop your website or shop your service is here. Instagram is showing you this. So instead of going for the center of the bullseye or closer to it and really niching down your market, it's basically saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and spend your ad money showing you all these different categories of people that might be interested in your product. So let's say, for instance, your product, again, for the example, we're going to use shoes. Let's say, for instance, the big thing with your product for shoes is that it's a sustainable product, and it's geared towards people that may be even interested in a particular type of color or color pattern. Maybe they're looking for more neutrals. So you're really trying to niche market it down. It's not possible to do it with Instagram ads. It's too vague, it's too broad, which to me is really interesting because Instagram is owned by Facebook, and you would think with all the data and information that's collected by Facebook and the way they niche all of us down, that they would be doing the same thing for the people that are advertising on their platform. And they're not doing that. They're almost doing like an early 2000s kind of mentality with Instagram. And they're, I guess in a way, almost maybe even purposely doing that because they're collecting so much money on ad revenue. They're not coming back and saying, well, look at the return on your investment. We can tell you that if you spend money on Instagram ads, you're gonna make a good amount of money back or have a good return on what you're focusing and trying to get. And to me, a huge clue with that is you don't see major companies advertising on Instagram. When I look at Instagram and I see an Instagram ad, it's generally a small business. And I even ask other people who really aren't shoppers on Instagram and may have an other wide range of topics and interests. I'm like, do you notice when you see Instagram ads, do you see any big major companies actually advertising to you on this platform? And everyone's response has been like, no, I generally see very small companies advertising to me on there. I don't see huge, Fortune 500 companies trying to sell me stuff. I don't see Maybelline on there. I don't see banks advertising to me. I don't see those type of products being promoted by major companies. So I would say that if you're interested in doing social media marketing, posting is pretty much all I would do on Instagram. I would post my reels, I would post my photos, I would do anything that's basically on a free level with Instagram. To me, it's an absolute waste of money as far as a small business is concerned. If you've had a better experience on it, go ahead and comment below. But to me, Instagram is basically really crappy for small businesses. And small businesses don't have huge budgets. So we have to be really careful and really smart on where and how we spend our promotional money. Anyway, so if you go ahead and enjoy this video, please go ahead and like. Please also subscribe to the channel. And I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new video. Have a great day.